And this SNAP thing is coming to a head. We on October 31st. People don't know what they're going to do. You have Democratic governors in over 12 states and lawyers suing the federal government because they saying that there was money put up for something like this and it should be used. Where the Republicans are fighting on the other side because the Democrats are saying that you actually can't cut off the money, right? You can't cut the money off. So they're suing the federal government, right? These benefits entitlement, they legally can't be cut off. The Trump administration is saying the opposite, right? You can't use these type of funds for this because the well is run dry. That's what's going on. So in federal court in Boston right now, there's a judge. She's going to have to decide whether this money can be used, right? Can be used because there's been arguments going back and forth in federal court right now. But while these arguments are taking place, let's show you some W America and how they're suffering. Those that actually voted against their own interests, they're suffering now because a lot of these black conservatives, a lot of these other groups, they like to show black people acting a double dog fool online, right? And show the underbelly of our class that come online and act a fool, but they don't ever show these videos. Check this out.
You know, it really hurts me to see. I see all these families out here talking about this EBT thing, about this government shutdown. And you know, like, I'm a 21-year-old dad. I got 3 kids that I take care of, plus like another one that isn't mine, but she's with me most of the time. So I got 4 kids that depend on me on the daily basis to give them food and provide for them and to make sure that they have a house over their head, you know. And I work a lot. My girlfriend, she works a lot too. So then we got this, you know, we got assistance that is given to us because we're a low income family. And it's like, I see all these people out here talking about how people who use EBT or need EBT are lazy. Well, I'll tell you this right now, I ain't lazy. I work my ass around to you any time of the day. But it hurts my heart because now I got to look at my kids and I got to look at my family and I got to wonder, I'm going to do now. And it's 2025. Nobody should have to feel like that. Nobody should have to think like that. It's not like we're out here being savages for our food. We can go to the grocery store and buy it. So why should I have to be worried about where my next meal is going to come from? You know, I'll sit here and I'll starve myself any day for my kids to eat, but I shouldn't have to. I should be able to be strong so then I can feed my family, you know. And I'm not saying that all my food expenses come from EBT, but at least for half of the month it does. You know, half of the month my food is paid for by EBT, you know, and it's like, so now what am I supposed to do? Not pay my rent or not pay my vehicle or not pay my electricity? Not pay my vehicle insurance, which is needed in order to drive a vehicle. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong.
Now, this young man is 21 years old, taking care of 4 children. And he's trying to figure out how he's going to feed these babies. He has 3 that are his at 21 years old. And he also has one that he's taking care of that's not his, that's his baby. And he's saying, man, I'll starve in order to feed my babies. Right? He says he works every day. He works real hard, but he's part of a low income family. And these are those families that lives in like Western PA and Illinois and Indianapolis, Arkansas, all of middle America and parts of the middle South, right? These people that's coming from, like, they don't show you people that live in Iowa and Idaho, all these poor W folks. Right? How come these conservatives never show these groups? Right? They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. Because you also have hard-working W folks that worked all their life. But because they have, they have cuts. When Trump came out with that, what's it called? The Big Beautiful Bill Act. And they start cutting a lot of health care. People are scrambling. They don't know what they want to do. They're online talking like this.
Carla Zimmerman. I just retired in June from 25 years of teaching.
My name is Bartley Armitage. I've been in Eugene, Oregon most of 45 years. I was a union carpenter for over 30 years. and still a member of the Carpenters Union.
Our current premium is $443 a month
Through the ACA.
through the ACA, and which is manageable for us, both retirees. However, it's going up to $2,224 a month. We are kind of in shock. That's without the subsidy. With the subsidy, it's manageable for us. We still live paycheck to paycheck, but it's manageable. The Affordable Care Act, we sort of counted on that in the interim period as retirees to sustain our health care. Without the subsidy, we honestly don't know what we're going to do.
Without the subsidy and with that kind of increase, it's like buying another house and trying to pay for two houses at the same time. We don't know what we're going to do exactly. We don't know how we're going to have some health insurance and be able to afford it on a monthly basis.
The thing that gets me the most is that both of us have worked our whole lives.
Yeah.
I always had faith that our government would, wouldn't even care.
The government, that our leaders would have a heart and try to find a way to help everyday Americans.
What I would say is this government should be about we the people, not about some.
When they say ACA, that's the Affordable Care Act, right? The Affordable Care Act, and they said their premium was $400 something, and it's going up to $2,200 a month. They're saying that under this big, beautiful bill act, that under 15 million people could lose health insurance, right? So this stuff is going on across America, man, and people are scrambling. They don't know what they're going to do. They don't know what they're going to do. But this other woman, she was on there talking about these major corporations, that how it's not in the best interest of the major corporations to have the country running like this. Because I keep telling y'all, you got to have rich, middle class, and poor, the way the system is set up. You have to have poor people, because poor people or people that live on government assistance, right? They consume these products in the Walmarts and all these different stores in order for the elites and rich to get rich. They make money off of the poor. You have to have people that live in low income housing. You have to have people that have less than others, because those are the ones that do all the hard work. Those are the ones that do the work for the elites and rich to get richer, right? That's just the way the system is set up throughout the world. So you always gonna have the have and have-nots, and the have-nots are dependent on the haves in order for them to be able to live a lifestyle. So this is what this woman is saying.
I think the people are the only ones that's going to be losing out this little text message notification y'all sent about us not getting our November EBT. You guys are very mistaken. So this message is also for Walmart, Kroger, Albertson Companies, Publix, Audi, Costco, and Sam Clubs, and Target. Y'all know how you like to double up the prices for holidays and for the holiday items that people buy, like milk, eggs, and cheese? Kerrygold butter for the 4-pack at Costco is $20 and it's usually $10. Well, y'all won't be getting that money. But even worse, not only are y'all getting the SNAP money that you usually get every month, y'all gonna be taking losses because people are tired, baby. So it's finna get real cute. Not that I'm encouraging anything bad. I'm just telling you what it is, and y'all need to go on the internet, and people are not playing with none of you. So remember this, guys. Retailers count on holiday margins. Seasonal premium pricing means big revenue. If lower income shoppers can't buy, stores miss both volume and margin. Low income shoppers also drive frequency for every week purchases. So grocery stores, y'all better stand the fuck up.
See, corporations run America, and they run in a con game. It's a con game. Because you have lobbyists and you have corporate structure. And these people, they pay, they lobby money and they run for office. They get into the Congress, they get into the Senate, House of Representatives, all these different judicial branches and all this kind of stuff. And they do what they're told by the people that's giving them the money. So they pull back the money for a while and then they release it. So this is the thing. Those SNAP benefits and all of that money that's allocated to low-income people, they get that money and give it right back to the corporations that's giving it to them in the first place. It's all a game. They playing you. They're going to get that money back. All they doing is pulling it back for a minute in order to establish some of the things that they want to establish, and then they're going to reallocate it back to the people. But when you get government assistance, right, and these people that give money to These corporate structures that give money to the people that run government, who you think run every damn thing? That money going right back to them. They're going to get it all back again. It's all a system in a game that they're doing. And I've been saying this stuff for years. But then you had this other W woman. She's online crying because Christmas has been canceled for the babies. Right? But these are all the people that be online spewing a whole bunch of foolishness. It's sad that Christmas is canceled for the babies, but she's talking like this.
Now I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm just all of the emotions right now, and I don't even know how to deal with it. Went to Walmart to buy my kids groceries, you know, things that we needed, just mostly groceries, and walked out with $324.67 worth of stuff. I'm a single mother. I don't get child support. I don't get assistance. I have a full-time job, but it's not enough. I barely break even, and I mean barely. I think my bills are almost exactly as much as I make a month, but I still don't qualify for food stamps. Literally by maybe $60 a month. I feel so bad for my kids. Because not only do they only have one parent that shows up for them, one parent that does this, one parent to ask things, one parent to teach them everything. They also have one parent paying for everything. So I can barely supply them with the things that we need or that they need. I never can give them hardly anything that they want. I want to so bad sometimes. I want to so bad. Nothing prepares you for the feeling of not being able to give your kids things they need. Things they need. Nothing can prepare you for. So I sacrifice things to give them things they need. My car, probably going to get repoed soon. I still haven't paid my water bill in months. I haven't paid my water bill. Because they need things. My son has a game every week. I can't just not show up. It costs me money to get in. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. But I'm struggling right now to make it. I don't know how I'm going to afford Christmas. I don't know how I'm going to give them a Christmas this year. And that breaks my heart. Because they deserve it. They deserve all these things.
So they're in federal court, and you have people on both sides of the aisle arguing over how this money is going to be divvied, who's going to be in control of it, who's going to be in power, whether the Democrats or Republicans. And they're having a big argument to the point where Democratic leadership is suing the federal government. Now they're up in Boston in the federal court arguing about how this thing is going to play out, right? Because there's money put in the fund, and they're arguing about how it should be used. Right? They arguing about how it should be used, and like I said, man, the Trump administration has argued that these funds should be prohibited from extending to the benefits of helping the people. Where the other side is saying, no, you save this money, you got to give it to the people, and they're playing you. People saying, well, the corporations are going to be in trouble. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Because the corporations and all these million, billion, and trillionaires, they control the people in Senate and Congress and all these different places. They're the ones that actually financially fund them to be in those seats. So whenever things get too crazy, they'll just go in and tell them to rewrite the rules. That's all it is. It's all a game. They set up a fake system to make the people believe that they have a voice that they actually don't have. You actually don't have it, and you're finding that out now. The corporations and billionaires run this thing, man. That's why Trump said we got to make the rich richer so it can be a trickle-down effect, right? So that way we can take care of the people. They playing you. And the other side say, we're going to set you up with programs where you're so dependent upon government that you have no plan of action whenever the government shut down. Can't you see you being played, American people? Neither one of them are your friends. They've never been your friends. But y'all guys let me know what y'all think about this. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.